Hey guys, it's Justin from LitTube, continuing my face-to-face series. This episode is going to be relevant to our Lit Sports Online show because I'm going to be talking about my own mock draft predictions for the first round of the upcoming NFL Draft for 2018. And we were going to do this on the Lit Sports show, but some of those plans fell through due to our special guest not being able to make it. So I'm just going to do a face-to-face video on it. So you're going to get all 32 of the first picks. I'm going to tell you which team is going to pick which person. And on top of that, I will state that I'm not projecting out any further draft pick trades because those are nearly impossible to predict and project. Obviously, I'm going to take into account the trades that have already happened, such as the New York Jets moving up to the number 3 spot. So all these predictions are as of April 17th. The draft is happening later this week, so I don't anticipate we're going to have too many other trades happening in advance. So this is my final mock draft predictions.
With the first pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Sam Darnold, quarterback, USC. That's right, folks. I'm predicting Sam Darnold to be the first quarterback and first player off the board for the 2018 NFL Draft. I think that the Cleveland Browns are looking to get a franchise quarterback that they can sit behind Tyrod Taylor or perhaps even have start at some point during this upcoming season. And right now, Sam Darnold is the front runner for me to be the quarterback that they pick. With the second pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Saquon Barkley, running back, Penn State. Yes, I think Saquon Barkley is the perfect fit for the Giants. They're definitely the team out of the entire NFL that doesn't have a running back to speak of. We saw that Paul Perkins was completely worthless. Yes, they have Shane Vereen, but they need a guy that can get it done on every down. Saquon Barkley, a generational talent. This pick just makes too much sense. I don't think the Giants are going to go and pull a quarterback here. I think they're going to pull running back at Saquon Barkley and try to win this upcoming season with Eli Manning under center. With the third pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the New York Jets select Josh Allen, quarterback, Wyoming. Typical Jets move here. The Jets are, I'm going to believe, have the biggest bust of the first round by picking Josh Allen. Why do I think Josh Allen's a bust? Well, you don't have to look any further than how bad his completion percentage was in college, his quarterback rating was in college, and his yards per attempt were in college. All around, terrible metrics for Josh Allen. Plus, he played for Wyoming. He wasn't even playing in a tough conference. So you put all those things together, to me, he's an obvious bust. But there are some things that GMs like about Josh Allen. I mean, he had a great combine. He has good size and height, so he looks the part. But for me, I think the Jets end up picking the next Brock Osweiler here. Horrible bust pick in the early first round for the New York Jets. With the fourth pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Cleveland Browns select Bradley Chubb, defensive end, North Carolina State. Not a surprise here. The Browns are going to take who they believe is the best available defensive player. They already took Myles Garrett last year. Now that you pair Bradley Chubb on the other side, it's going to be a dangerous combo on that D-line for the Browns. With the fifth pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select Josh Rosen, quarterback, UCLA. A lot of people were thinking with the Case Keenum signing, maybe the Broncos would go another direction here, and there are a lot of options they can do at this point in the draft with the fifth spot. But honestly, I think this high in the draft, Case Keenum is an older guy. I think they try to take their quarterback of the future and take a stab here at Josh Rosen. With the sixth pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Roquan Smith, linebacker, Georgia. Not a whole lot to say here. The Colts need to shore up their defense. Roquan Smith is the consensus best linebacker in the draft. I think that's who they'll pick here. With the seventh pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, The Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Minkah Fitzpatrick, defensive back, Alabama. Now, sure, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, their top need might very well be running back after Doug Martin goes to the Raiders, and they don't have a whole lot of other backs in their stable, but I don't see them wasting this early of a pick on the next available running back. I think they're going to go Minkah Fitzpatrick, get themselves a nice defensive back that can play either corner or safety. With the 8th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select Derwin James, safety, Florida State. James is definitely considered the top safety in this draft class. He should make an immediate impact for the Bears. While it may not be the position they need most, they know they're getting a quality player with this selection. With the 9th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the San Francisco 49ers select Quentin Nelson, guard, Notre Dame. This is a great pick for the 49ers because not only do they get the best offensive lineman in the entire draft, but they do it in a year in which Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be their starting quarterback from day one, and he's going to need the protection. Quentin Nelson gives him that, especially on the inside of the line. With the 10th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Oakland Raiders select Mike McGlinchey, offensive tackle, Notre Dame. That's right, I've got 2 Notre Dame linemen going back-to-back, and the funny thing is, McGlinchey is the consensus top tackle, Nelson the consensus top guard. I got him going back-to-back here. Oakland Raiders need some help on the offensive line as well. That's what they're going to do with this pick. With the 11th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Miami Dolphins select Baker Mayfield, quarterback, Oklahoma. That's right, the Dolphins are finally going to get it right and get a franchise quarterback. I think they're ready to move on from Ryan Tannehill. What's really funny about this to me, though, is my cousin Miles, who is a Dolphins fan but about to give up on being a fan of the Dolphins, might be giving up at just the wrong time because Baker Mayfield going to the Dolphins, hey, good things to come after that pick. With the 12th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Courtland Sutton, wide receiver, SMU. Yeah, Courtland Sutton's been getting a lot of hype in recent weeks. That's why I think he may actually go as the first receiver off the board. And, I mean, heck, if you look at the guy's college jersey, it looks like he's already a Bill. So, what the heck? I think the Bills, they need a receiver. This guy's been hyped up. They might go ahead and pull the trigger on taking him as the first wide receiver off the board. With the 13th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Washington Redskins select Tremaine Edmunds, linebacker, Virginia Tech. This is really a value pick for the Redskins. Tremaine Edmunds probably was not expected to fall this far down the draft board. He's one of the youngest players in this draft, has a lot of potential at linebacker. So definitely a good value pick here for the Redskins. With the 14th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Denzel Ward, cornerback, Ohio State. This is one of those picks for the Packers that, I mean, look, this team has needed defense for years now, and adding Denzel Ward to that secondary can only help them. This pick makes a whole lot of sense to me. With the 15th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Arizona Cardinals select Lamar Jackson, quarterback, Louisville. The Cardinals have needed a young quarterback for years now. They're going to finally get one to stick behind Sam Bradford. I expect Lamar Jackson to probably sit out the majority of this season unless Sam Bradford gets hurt. But should that opportunity present itself, we could see a situation where Lamar Jackson runs wild in his rookie year. I like this pick for the Cardinals. With the 16th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens select DJ Moore, wide receiver, Maryland. I think after all these years of the Baltimore Ravens making horrible decisions when it comes to receivers, they're finally going to get it right. Probably by luck more so than intuition here. I think you look at how Calvin Ridley bombed the combine. I think that may have, in the mind of the Ravens, pushed DJ Moore up to a more valuable receiver spot for them, and that's why they picked DJ Moore here. Again, I think they do this by accident more than anything else, but it finally turns out to be the right decision for the Ravens as they get a young stud receiver, and what's more, he's from Maryland, so it's perfect. With the 17th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Los Angeles Chargers select Leighton Vander Esch, linebacker, Boise State. The Chargers need some help on the linebacking core. I think this is the guy they pick at this spot. With the 18th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Seattle Seahawks select Joshua Jackson, cornerback, Iowa. You could make the argument that Seattle needs to address offensive line this draft. I think they will, but I think they're going to do it in the later rounds, given the spot they're in here, and the fact that Richard Sherman has now left and joined the 49ers. They need some young corner to replace him. That's why I think they go Josh Jackson in the first. With the 19th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Dallas Cowboys select Daron Payne, defensive tackle, Alabama. This is a great value pick for the Cowboys. A lot of people might make the argument that Payne would be off the board by this point, but he checks out as one of the best defensive tackles in the draft, if not the best, and they just got him with the 19th pick. With the 20th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Marcus Davenport, defensive end, Texas San Antonio. The Lions, they need pass rushers. I mean, Ezekiel Ansah's getting up there in age. They don't really have anybody to complement him. And Marcus Davenport, I think I see this as them taking a shot on the kid from Texas San Antonio to get a better pass rush for their team. With the 21st pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Cincinnati Bengals select James Daniels, center, Iowa. The Bengals definitely need offensive line, and James Daniels is one of the top center prospects in this draft. I think that's what they're going to do here. If not, they're going to go with some other offensive lineman. But the Bengals, of all teams, definitely need to address their offensive line. I expect them to make multiple picks for offensive linemen in this draft. With the 22nd pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Buffalo Bills select Vita Vea, defensive tackle, Washington. The Bills reached earlier in the draft to get Cortland Sutton, but now they're going to make up for it with a nice value pick here, getting one of the better defensive tackle prospects. With the 23rd pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Jaire Alexander, cornerback, Louisville. The New England Patriots let Malcolm Butler walk, and they definitely need help at defensive back, probably more than any other team in the league. I see them taking a youngster here. They're going to go with Jaire Alexander, try to shore up that defensive back position. With the 24th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Carolina Panthers select Calvin Ridley, wide receiver, Alabama. Yes, Calvin Ridley fell pretty far down the draft board, and I think we can attribute this to his terrible combine performance where he just did not show good athleticism. Yes, he still gets some hype because he's an Alabama player and because, he appears to run routes well. But in my view, Calvin Ridley is not even a first-round talent. However, at this point in the draft, you already have two receivers off the board. The Carolina Panthers need a receiver. I think they'll take Calvin Ridley here. With the 25th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Tennessee Titans select Harold Landry, defensive end, Boston College. Tennessee Titans definitely need an edge rusher. That's why I think they're going to go with Harold Landry here. He's one of the better pass rushers on the board at this point. With the 26th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select Taven Bryan, defensive tackle, Florida. The Falcons could use a guy on the interior defensive line. Taven Bryan's one of the better ones on the board at this point, based on what we're projecting. With the 27th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the New Orleans Saints select Dallas Goedert, tight end, South Dakota State. Let's face it, folks, Coby Fleener ain't what he used to be. He's not getting it done on the Saints. Yes, the Saints added Benjamin Watson, but he's old as dirt. So they're going to bring in the young dirt in Dallas Goedert, and this guy should be a playmaker for them for years to come. I think he's definitely got some good ability at the tight end position. He is a little risky at this spot just because he is a small school guy going in the first round, but hey, this guy could be special. With the 28th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers select Rashaan Evans, linebacker, Alabama. Wow, what a snooze fest. The Pittsburgh Steelers yet again taking a linebacker in the first round. And, oh, look at that. He's an Alabama guy. Doesn't the NFL love guys that go to Alabama? Yawn. Let's move on to the next. With the 29th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Isaiah Wynn, guard, Georgia. This is a great value pick for the Jacksonville Jaguars, especially since they need offensive line. This guy should be able to help with the run blocking for Leonard Fournette. With the 30th pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Colton Miller, offensive tackle, UCLA. Let's face it, folks, the Minnesota Vikings brought in Kirk Cousins for a lot of money. They want to make sure they protect him. This rookie here, Colton Miller, pretty good value pick at this spot in the first round, late first round. He's a pretty solid offensive tackle prospect. This is a good pick for the Vikings. With the 31st pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Sony Michel, running back, Georgia. Let's face it, folks, this is an excellent running back class. I just don't see Saquon Barkley being the only running back being taken in the first round for this year's draft class. With the amount of talent from these running backs, I'd have to think another one slips into the first round. And what better fit than the Patriots? I mean, they always use a jumbled backfield, but now they have a chance to get themselves a real workhorse playmaker. I definitely see them going with a guy like Sony Michel, maybe a Darius Geis at this spot, getting an excellent quality running back in the late first round. With the 32nd pick in the 2018 NFL Draft, the Philadelphia Eagles select Maurice Hurst, defensive end, Michigan. This is a solid pick for the Eagles at the back end of the first round. Maurice Hurst has the versatility to play defensive tackle or defensive end. He's definitely going to fit in well with the Philadelphia Eagles. And that rounds out this first round mock draft for 2018. I'm Justin. This is LitTube. Stay tuned because we are going to have draft day updates. So keep an eye out on the channel for that. Make sure to like and subscribe.